Alright, so today we're talking about negative and zero properties of exponents. You need to make sure you get down your date and your page number, and that you add this into your table of contents, and you get down your learning target and things like that. The main thing we need to understand right away is our vocabulary. So this number is your base, the big number that's being taken to the power. So anything being taken to a power is called your base. This is your exponent. What that means is the base 2 is being multiplied times itself this many times. So whatever the exponent is, that's how many times you're multiplying it times itself. So that's that whole thing written out. And then this whole thing is actually called a power. So if you look down here, I've got three different things here. I've got the base, this is what's being taken to the power. And then I've got this number 2, it's your coefficient out front. Again, the whole thing's a power. Make sure you're getting this down. But what this actually means is the base x is being multiplied by itself 4 times. And then I have this coefficient of 2 out front. The only thing being multiplied by itself 4 times is x, not 2. So the 2 is just out front one time. Alright, so the first rule of exponents that we're going to talk about is called the zero power rule. You need to make sure that you write all the blue stuff from this slide. But basically, any non-zero number to the zero power is 1, which means you can pick any number in the whole world, try it in your calculator, take it to the zero power, and you should get 1 every single time. So even if I took a number like 24. And if I took that number to the zero power, I get 1. I could pick 256, negative 250, or negative 56. If I take that to the zero power, I get 1. So no matter what you take to the zero power, it's always, always, always 1. Okay, so for example, this whole thing's being taken to the zero power, the 2 and the x to the 9th. So that makes this whole thing 1. I don't even have to do any work. Example 2, the only thing being taken to the zero power is y. So the whole top part goes to 1. And this bottom part, 5, stays the same. I didn't touch it. Make sure you get all this down. The next rule you're going to learn is negative exponents. So negative exponents, again, are non-zero numbers. And n is positive. So what that means is a to the negative n is a reciprocal. Remember, reciprocal means you flip it. Basically, if I have an a to the negative n, that's the same thing as an a to the negative n over 1. And you've got to move it. So anytime that you have a negative exponent, think that you need to move it. Make sure that you get this down. You need only the blue stuff. Okay, so one way to think about it is that negative exponents are unhappy. So you've got to move the unhappy exponents upstairs or downstairs to be happy. So like if this is my fraction and I've got a to the negative 2. That's the same thing as a to the negative 2 over 1. Well, notice that a is unhappy because it's negative. So to make it happy, I need to move it down. And when I do, it becomes happy. There's nothing left up here, so I'm just going to put a 1. So my answer is 1 over a to the 2nd. Technically, what you did was a reciprocal. Here, 5 is happy, x to the 3rd is happy, but y to the negative 5 is unhappy where it's at, so you're going to move it upstairs with everybody else. And there's nobody at the bottom, so you could put a 1, but you never have to leave a 1 on the bottom. You can leave your final answer like this. And that is it for tonight. So make sure that you got all those rules down and that we can talk about them more tomorrow.